All right, gentlemen, welcome. This is the first module in a series for the Forge Brotherhood, for the Forge program. I'm speaking specifically to the guys who want to level up. I'm speaking specifically to the guys who desire change, desire to better themselves. And I want to be one of the reasons that helps you get there. You're in my room right now, right? This is the house that I grew up in. A lot's changed since I've been a little boy. And a lot more will change. We have some background music playing, my notes here, an empty Red Bull over there. Let's get to it, right? No time to waste. So, identity is the root that changes everything. Without identity, you have nothing, bro. You have nothing. Because you will always revert back to who you think you are. Always. If you think yourself as somebody who is lazy, incompetent, incapable, you are not even going to think the things that you need to think. You're going to stay stuck. If you want to be the person of growth, who constantly excels, who pushes himself out of his comfort zone, you first need to see yourself as that person. In my program, I'm constantly, and the guys right now, I'm constantly giving them feedback of a new identity, because I know that's how I make everlasting change. With anything that you do, you want to change and you want it to stick. You want to continuously grow. You don't ever want to regress. Does that make sense? Maybe you're never going to be the same forever. Maybe you're not doing the same thing, but you always want to continuously grow, never regress. In order to do that, it starts with your identity. It is the root that brings you all of the fruit. It's the root that brings you all of the fruit. The purpose of this module is to rewire your brain. The purpose of this module is to rewire how you see yourself, rewire how you see your identity, and open the door that allows that change. In my bio, I have discipline over motivation, right? On my Instagram bio. But you can easily replace discipline with identity. Because if you identify somebody who wakes up in the morning at 5 a.m., 4 a.m., if you identify somebody who makes X amount of dollars, if you identify somebody who is ripped, you don't need the motivation. That's just who you are. And you won't stop until you get it, because it's who you are. You don't need the discipline is just gonna be there. It's not like, yeah, of course, your disciplines that other people that don't have that identity as you. When I was playing soccer, I had the identity of an athlete. I still play soccer. I still identify as an athlete. I still do athletics. For me to completely shift out of that would take me out of the actions that I'm doing, right? Would put me on the opposite spectrum of an athlete. I would see myself as somebody who eats unhealthy. I would see myself as somebody who doesn't move quick. I would see myself as somebody who doesn't hit the gym or make movement daily or train daily. Why would I? I don't see it. I don't think it. It's not even in my facade. And people who are doing that, I would think they're disciplined. I would think they're extremely motivated. Are they? Maybe. Or that's just what they do. It's their identity. So, of course, when you step into something new, something for the first time, it's gonna take an identity shift. It's gonna take discipline to get the ball rolling, but you need to understand the mechanics of what is happening underneath. It is not only you applying discipline, it is you taking on the identity as somebody new. Belief. This is the second point, belief. You need to have belief in yourself. When you start identifying as somebody new, you start believing that you are somebody new. You start taking actions that are aligned with those beliefs. Think about this. You will never do something that your beliefs don't allow. Think about this. If you don't believe you're going to achieve something, why would you even try to do it? If you don't believe you could, why would you even step out and try? There's a bunch of stuff that goes on with beliefs in our head. The belief that lives is the one you feed more energy to. All right? If you feed more energy into the belief that you are a person of substance, you're holy, you're continuously growing, you're able to, be ripped. If you feed these beliefs, the beliefs that are the opposite are going to get less and less and less. And once your belief is so loud within you, it's hard to ignore it. It's screaming. Say you're deathly afraid of snakes, and you go up to try to touch a snake. Your belief probably isn't going to allow it very easily, right? Even being in the same room, probably not. But as somebody who has no belief, no fear of snakes, no encounter of snakes, a kid, never seen a snake before, goes and touches it, no problem, right? This is the same point. And maybe the kid's dad is the one who is afraid, who has the belief, has the fear, and can't even touch it, can't even be in the same room. It is the same thing with athletics, same thing with working out. If you have the fear, if you have the belief, if you have something internally that's stopping you from going to the gym, from eating healthy, from being around the right people, from believing in God, from living to a higher standard, then you are constantly going to self-sabotage yourself, and it's going to be extremely hard to make actual change. Be, and then it comes. You first be the person, and then it comes. This bed, every night, I get on top of it, and I act like I'm asleep first to actually go to sleep, right? Okay, makes sense. But if I act as a person who wants to stay up all night, has my phone out, I'm up, I'm doing stuff, I'm on my laptop, watching TV, whatever, I'm gonna stay up all night. I don't know, I'm not trying to sound like dumbfounded or anything, but it's true. This is how the world works. Be, and then it comes, right? Become. My mom always used to say, fake it till you make it. Pros and cons to that saying, but a piece of it is true. You have to fake being asleep until you're actually asleep. In order to build a successful body, right? Or business, or relationship, or whatever, and success is whatever it is to you. You must be it first. You must go to the gym first. You must eat healthy first. You must sleep first. You must act as if you are that person first, and then it comes. And this is why it starts with the belief. Because it's hard to act as that person when you don't even believe you can actually become him. So, you be the person first, you be this person, and then it comes. Me trying to build this brand, this brotherhood, this business, these things I'm doing all for the first time. But I believe in it. I believe in me. I believe that I can build this out. Okay, so what do I need to do next? I need to act as the person. Act as the person who is actually going to make it happen. I need to act as the person and pretend at first that I do have tens and thousands of people watching me, that I do have the brotherhood, the 50 people in here that I'm coaching, that I do have these things already, the $10,000, $20,000, $50,000 a month in revenue that I'm doing just from helping men change their lives. I do have to act as that person first. I cannot act as the boy who is just growing up in the same room. I cannot act as the stoner that I was, not doing anything and lazy and not creating and just consuming. I need to completely change how I am portraying myself. And this starts with the belief, the mindset. This is why we're going so deep here. Be, and then it comes. The question that I want you to ask yourself right now: does the action that I'm about to take align with my goals? Watching this video likely aligns with the future version of you. What are you doing on a day-to-day basis that aligns with the future version of you? And what are you doing that does not align? Maybe it could be procrastination, scrolling, I don't know, whatever. Eating unhealthy, not going to the gym, stuff like that. Especially in this fitness program that we're building this out, what doesn't align with you? And then you need to start carving out those things. Maybe it's a person, maybe it's a habit, maybe it's something like that. You need to start identifying these things and start carving them out. Ask yourself on a daily basis, does this align with the future version of me, the man who I'm becoming, the man who I want to be? Does he have this value? Does he have this belief? And if not, cut it out. That's it. That's as hard as it gets, bro. Your mindset is going to be a constant work in progress. It will never be an end game. You can constantly grow as much as you want in this life. This life is a game, right? In a video game, you can level up. Eventually, you're going to beat the game. Same thing with life, but there's no end point. The end is when you say it's the end. The end is when your time finally taps out or you tap out. But you can constantly get better. You can constantly master yourself. You can constantly become something greater than you are already. This is a never-ending process. You wake up and you try to grow. If you are not growing, you are dying. It doesn't matter what area of life. You want to be maxed out in all areas of life. I appreciate you for tuning in. My name's Aiden Hatchett. This is for the first module of the Forge Brotherhood, of the program that I'm building out for my guys. If you want to talk, let's talk. My DMs are open on Aiden Hatchett on Instagram. Share this video if you got value from it. That's all I ask. Other than that, let's keep going. Let's dial in. Let's go to module number 2, which is next. I'll see y'all there.